Mulberry.
Got no merch for me? I ain't been out here since. It's almost been a year? No, because we
Yeah?
did 2 episodes. Oh, I didn't sign. Oh, I have been on here 3 times.
No, you haven't been on twice.
This is my 3rd one.
Yeah.
So why I ain't signed the 2nd time?
Oh, no, you didn't.
See, I'm up there with dog. I knew I was tripping. Like, wait a minute, hold on. Oh, I've been on here 3 times. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, we did the one in
the
my
room,
room.
yep.
And then we did one right here.
Yep.
When I didn't have nothing. And then
Yeah. Now, your mans, they got you one, huh?
Yeah.
Couldn't even
finally.
celebrate with him, though. How you feel about that?
I'm glad Kershaw got his ring, what he rightfully deserved.
He did his thing.
I don't want to hear nothing.
He did
no
his
more.
thing. I ain't. He did his thing. I let him live.
I'm not
he did his
hearing.
thing.
I'm not listening to shit.
It's all good.
He's the goated. And you know what's funny? Right after they won, that's what everyone was saying. Like everyone on ESPN talked about how Kershaw's the goat.
I don't care. You can't, bro. One
know what I'm
playoff. Give me another ring. Give me another one.
Oh, now everyone's complaining. Whatever. We'll get you one this year.
How do you feel about not being able to participate in the parade and the festivities?
I would probably want to have a win anyway.
Come on, bro. That's disrespectful. You hurt my heart with that.
Nah, I bought all this merch, man. I spent like $600.
But you went to like 5 games, probably.
I like to go to games, dude. Go no
yeah,
parade.
but they finally get you one, and you telling me you wouldn't participate in it?
I don't like going to LA.
Bro, you was in LA like every other week, bro. Don't say that.
I didn't like it.
I don't believe you.
I
Bro.
don't know. I
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't believe you.
Yeah,
Man.
it's all good. Hey, man.
Wait,
Hey.
where'd you get him from?
Sack
Okay.
from some old lady named Carol.
Really?
Yeah, we were in Old Sack. I was in Old Sack with Syra, and then it was like a poster, and I told her to call.
How far did you have to drive?
Not that far.
Oh, that's tight.
$700. Why you think I baby his ass?
Hey, man, do your thing. He's supposed to. That's your man.
Knock that off.
He don't make no noise though. That's a good thing.
Smack him on
My
the
dog,
pod.
he be super loud when he do. I'm like, bro, you gotta get down.
Like, that's what Dak does, bro. Hell loud. Like, bro, you eating your foot?
Yeah, they do.
Hey, enough.
He like, who is you?
All right. Anyway,
What's up, man? It's good to see you again, bro. It's
what's
been a
going
while,
on?
man. Nothing chilling, man. It's good to be back.
Episode 30 of the Mulberry podcast.
Oh, 30.
Yeah,
That's a good number.
you're almost 30 years old.
Come on, bro. Why you gotta throw that out there? They don't need to know that.
Xavier Williford Jr.
Wow. Really? All right, that's cool.
What's up, X?
Chilling, man.
Huh?
Chilling. Just another day.
Oh, shit.
Almost didn't make it out here.
I know you almost got robbed.
Well, I ain't get robbed, Arco gas attendants wasn't trying to give me all my gas, so it is what it is, bro.
You said you're gonna be here at 9 a.m.
Man, I just couldn't get out the bed, man. I was just
Well, yeah, you text me. All right, I'll see you in a bit. It was like 2 in the morning.
yeah, and I didn't
was
go
like,
to sleep till 3. But then you know where I messed up? I kind of thought like I was an hour and like 30 minutes away. It's really like an hour and like 50. So it's like,
Well, with traffic.
yeah. But I mean, I made good time though.
Yeah, man. Shit, I don't even know where to start, man. To be honest with you.
We've been talking every damn day almost
Yeah.
for like past 2 weeks.
Yeah,
'cause
man,
You've been seeing me go wild.
Your
so
Insta stories, you've been wilding out,
Nah,
bro.
man,
just
just
spitting facts,
just speaking the truth,
pissing
man.
people off.
Just trying not to get censored over.
People
around
don't like hearing the truth, man.
here. It is what it is.
Or they don't like hearing. They don't. So a lot of people aren't very open minded.
Or they don't like hearing truth going against what they believe. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I don't know what to call that, but I don't care how people feel.
I guess we could start. You are in a group on Clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that all about? You said that's your conspiracy group.
It's called Conspiracy Theories.
How many people are in there?
Real or fake with the facts. Man, one night we had like, I seen I think I seen like 1100 one night. Another night it was like 948. I think last night we got to 745. So it just fluctuates.
You
People
guys
come
talk
in.
every day?
Yeah, every day at 8 p.m. Pacific time to 4. So they're on the West Coast. So he started from I guess 11 to 7. Yeah.
Okay.
One night we went all night though. Like we started at 8 p.m. and didn't end till like 11 in the morning. But
Damn,
but
dude.
people, you know, they got jobs and stuff, so people wasn't sleeping. You know what I'm saying? So we just be up all night. So
Yeah.
but I mean, I'd be at work, so I'd be at work with my headphones in listening.
Just listening.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some of the big topics that you guys talk about? Well, I know a lot about like
how the
Trump and
Earth,
stuff.
how the Earth is flat.
You be on the flat Earth theory.
Talk about flat Earth. We talk about clones.
Like human cloning.
Mm-hmm. Gene splicing. We talk about. We don't necessarily talk about Trump like that, but it's more so like if you listen to the media, then Trump is a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? But if you really dissect and listen to what Trump is saying, it's like, nah, he got a point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people saying, liquid chlorophyll. I believe that's what it's called. After Trump said he had the virus or whatever, he was telling people, like, take liquid chlorophyll. Everybody was saying bleach. But Trump, like, nah, don't take no bleach. Like,
yeah, like I saw like Clorox. And
yeah,
memes
Clorox.
and stuff.
Like, what do you know? You die with that. But liquid chlorophyll, they say if you just take little doses, daily, like it will
help with the virus.
help with your immune system and stuff. So
okay.
if you really just like listen to what he's saying, it's like, nah, Trump is kind of like giving heads up. It's just people just, again, my thing with the Trump thing, he came in just saying flagrant stuff. And just making fun of people.
Well, even if he's speaking facts, like the way he comes off, it's like, bro, you know, even trying to listen.
But it's
like,
the way he started, though.
Yeah.
Like, if you come in being nice, people tend to listen to you a little more. But he came in just throwing bombs, just haymakers. And now it's just like they kind of like tune him out. They kind of like tune him out. And so, but again, I can't support everything that he says or how he said. But, listen to him. Like, he giving some real information.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the big thing I noticed, because I'm that dude, I'm sitting up in the bleachers, man. I'm just watching everything unfold, and I really realized this last year how like big tech companies really right wing or left wing. My fault.
Well, you gotta explain that for me real quick.
So like, they have more liberal viewpoints and like really push that agenda.
Correct. And I kind of understood it, not to get too political, but Andrew Yang.
Yeah,
you're
on
Yang
Andrew
Gang.
Yang
Yeah,
heavy,
Yang Gang. I'm for it because he wanted to give everybody $1,000 monthly,
right,
every month. And so what he proposed was to take the money from the tech companies, but everybody kind of like disregarding. And so if you ask yourself, where are we getting these, trillions of dollars to pump into the economy? That's where it's coming from,
right?
Because most of those companies are not being taxed,
right?
And so when you see, Trump being censored, he's being censored by all those platforms that are tech companies,
right,
where most of us use. That's that data that we're giving them, but all that is free. But we're basically paying for it, you know what I'm saying? But we don't receive nothing back. So yeah, I was all for Andrew Yang, but everybody kind of just like flipped. And so,
well, the funny thing about like people talk about Trump didn't pay his taxes or whatever.
He did. He found a loophole that
right.
Obama and Biden passed when they was in office. And Trump said that on the debate stage, like, nah, I did pay mine. I just got a lot back from the policies that y'all passed.
Yeah.
And if you go back and watch the film, Biden didn't say shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to just have to say it like that. It's just about what you want to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Trump just looked him in the face like, no, I did pay mine.
Well, because like everybody is on that, and I'm over here. I'm like, okay, that's fine, but like, what about like Amazon and all these tech companies? They're not paying anything either.
It's because you don't see them,
and we're getting taxed.
It's because you don't see them. You know what I'm saying? You looking at if you don't look at Trump as a president, like before he got in there, you'll be like, oh man, this dude managed to finesse the system. But then when you look at him being a president, it's like, wait a minute. He should be paying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which again, as you say, America is a corporation. Like, I figured out what to do and how to do it, and now I made it work. And I'm y'all president, and I'm showing y'all, if y'all read the taxes and stuff like that, figure out how to do it, y'all can do the same thing.
What do you think his point was? What do you think his point of becoming president was? Because
I don't think
he really even wanted to be president.
I don't think he wanted to be president. If you read like tea leaves and things of that nature, they say he was surprised that he was going to become president. Everybody said, Hillary was going to win. But like they say, when you become president, your finances go up by, having speaking engagements. You can charge a certain amount of fee, to go speak and things of that nature. So I thought he was using it as a business tool. Like, hey, I ran, just like Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang didn't become president, but every time he speaks, it's a big thing because he was, running. But again, once Trump got in, he had to, sign over, like his properties to his kids and things of that nature, so they couldn't seize them and things of that nature. But I think Trump was just showing everybody, like, this is the world y'all living in. You know what I'm saying? This is the country that y'all living in. So figure it out. He's a businessman. That's what it's about. You see, with the virus and things of that nature, it's all about money and businesses still going and people getting back to work and things of that nature. So again, if you listen to the media, he's a bad guy. Again, he said some horrible things that I can't fully support. But if you just listen to some other things that he said, it's like, nah, he actually was speaking true. So, but me being a black man, you're supporting Trump. It's not necessarily supporting, but follow what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. Well, I think that's why I just sit back and pay attention. Like, I'm not claiming any side. I'm just watching how this shit's unfolding. And like, you see foul shit on both sides. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, you see all the campaigns and commercials and things. It's just slander after slander, but it's like, well, who's really for us? You know what I'm saying? And again, it's just about whose policies that you support. You know what I'm saying? Again, I really supported Yang's policies just because he was trying to put money in people's hands, and that's what pretty much everybody need. You know what I'm saying? Even before the virus, he was saying do $1,000 a month, and the only reason why I know is because they practice that in Stockton. That's where I'm from. And so him and ex-Mayor Tubbs, who I went to school with, they gave some families $1,000 a month. It was a trial run. And so when I seen how effective that was in my hometown, I was like, the whole world should get this. You know what I'm saying? And so, like you said, everybody as who's an American citizen, y'all qualify. Yeah. So it's like, why not get behind that? You know what I'm saying? And so
what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Huh?
And so those are the policies that I supported. But again, I mean, if you just look at what's going on, Biden is with the Green New Deal. You know what I'm saying? If you look into the Green New Deal, that's trying to put everybody in electric vehicles. Yeah. I'm a firm believer that movies have, little signs in them, and the Green New Deal, if everybody's in electric vehicles, they can shut your car down and can't get out. What that sound like? iRobot. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in a car that disabled and we can't get out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that's our reality, but a lot of stuff, these robots, and you got dancing robots, and you got running dogs.
Well, AI
it's a big thing.
Well, we'll see what happens, the next few years. And like even like Elon Musk talked about, there's going to be a point where it's going to be irreversible, and we don't know what's going to happen.
So people are voting for things that they may not really know what they're voting for, but it's in your face. You know what I'm saying? It's just about, do you want to pay attention to the policy and the facts, or do you just want to hear slander? I'm not really for the slander. It's cool. We can make jokes about it, but
that's what sells, bro.
It is.
Especially in America.
It is, yeah.
I mean, you can look at like the music industry.
Yeah.
There's a lot of artists who got popping just because they did stupid stuff, not because their music's good.
Maybe it'd be a sex tape, or shooting somebody,
or just going online and just talking shit to everybody.
Yeah. And as they call them, trolls.
Yeah, just trolling. So that's what it is.
But again, people have real stories, and so I tend to gravitate to the real stories. I prefer facts over, gossip and things of that nature. So again, this isn't a political podcast, but it's like people really have to pay attention to what's being said and who's saying it and where they're getting their news from, you know. And so,
well, majority get it from social media, Twitter.
It's Twitter.
Twitter.
It's Twitter. It's a firestorm.
Twitter is nuts.
I'm still trying to figure out how it picks up. You know, like I asked you about how algorithms work. You know, you kind of broke it down, but one person tweets something, it might get, 20 retweets, but it don't reach the masses. Like what makes it reach the masses? You know, I haven't figured that out.
I don't know.
You know, like
it's like it just seems very random. I don't know.
But it's just certain topics though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
I think depending on what's going on, I know like Twitter, they'll put things like on the Discover page.
Yeah.
They'll push it themselves.
Yeah.
You know, and just like the way a lot of like headlines and stuff are like put the
it's
wording.
All headlines, bro. It's headlines.
Like the wording of it. It's
as
like,
they call it, clickbait.
But then you read it and it had nothing to
do with it.
And you're
nothing.
just like, what? Why did I waste my time on this?
Yeah, it was an article like that, and I was like, this didn't even work.
Yeah.
Like, but here I am. I clicked on it. Now I'm on their site, and so.
All right, I got a big question for you. Do you think the election was legit, or was it there was some foul stuff going on?
There's always some foul stuff going on, man. It's some. So I don't really know if, again, like.
Is it even all done? I honestly don't.
Well,
like, I'm not even paying attention anymore.
What doesn't really make sense is I didn't understand that they had to go to the Capitol to certify the votes, I guess. I don't understand how 4 people can die in the Capitol and then they go back to work. That's number one. Anybody die on a street, in a store, they shutting the whole store down. They shutting the street down for hours on hours to do investigation. And it's like shots ran off and they went back to work. Like
the next day?
No,
Almost?
that same day.
The same day.
They finished.
Police didn't tape nothing off.
That's what I'm saying. Like
there's no murder scene.
Nothing.
No crime scene.
So again, conspiracy theories. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but what situation where someone can be murdered and then everybody just go back to work like it didn't happen? This isn't football where somebody partially paralyzed and then they carry him off. This isn't Ryan Shazier and the Steelers game and he gets partially paralyzed and they continue. No, this is like an actual murder. Like there's reports saying that 4 people died that day, but they went back to work. How does that work?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like is it so? So again, it's just.
And you be from Stockton, you already know what's good with that.
But that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I've been in. Well, I know of situations to where some of my people have been murdered and we couldn't get on that street. You know what I'm saying? They obviously laying out in the street, have a sheet over them and we couldn't get to them. And they laying out there for hours. So it's like, y'all go back to work.
Yeah.
So.
Cause I called you the other day, the Black Socrates. Because you asked all the right questions. Or you ask not necessarily the right. You ask all the questions that people aren't prepared to answer or even ready to even think about.
It just
like you really make you. You're the type of person you're not gonna allow someone to just brush over a topic. No,
you're not just gonna skip over that. Like, wait a minute,
yeah.
We not gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, y'all just. So, when I be talking, I be laughing. It's just like that. It's like, wait a minute, y'all don't see that, y'all. Yeah. And that's really me. That's what I do. So, I know some people can probably look at me and be like, why you laughing? You smiling right now? But I can just see things and be like, wait a minute, why y'all not looking at this like I am, So I just ask questions. And most of the times when I'm asking questions, it's to receive more questions. And it's not even answers because sometimes we're not there, so.
Because you called yourself just a truth seeker.
I am, man. It's just I just love information.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think I just love information. And I think why you and I work, you really let me know like you love history. And I'm the type of person, I didn't really care for history and like American government and things of that nature and U.S. history. It's just maybe my teachers didn't give it to me how I wanted it to be or, but I didn't pay attention until I like really met you. And it's like, all right, man, let me see where I'm living at. Let me see what's really going on. And so.
Because when you think about it, like our history classes in high school is just really like a brush over.
Yeah, and I don't like that.
Like pro-American.
I don't like that. Like, let's really dig
I learned a lot
it.
more in college because we had to do critical thinking, do our own research, and you kind of realize like, damn, bro, some of these American heroes are There's some foul dudes, bro. What?
Foul. And, you know,
Yeah.
I don't even want to get into the statue thing and things that landmarks and things that
I really
nature.
don't know how I feel about that, though, man. But I guess it's not necessarily my place to
And I
even
think
speak on that.
living on the West Coast, I feel robbed of that history because we have landmarks here, but it's not really like.
It's not no deeply rooted stuff.
Yeah,
like
you know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
really
back
not.
south and stuff.
And that's why, like, I just stay out of it. It's not really my place to
Yeah.
even speak on it, you
Yeah.
know? Because I know down south, like, they take pride in the rebel flag. Like, nobody's business. And
like,
it's like
when I first went to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? They had the Confederate flags on the back of their trucks and stuff, but honestly, I didn't know much about it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I even think in, like, South Carolina, they had it, like, flying on the like their Capitol building. It was flying on there.
Like, I didn't know much about it just because being from California, that's not something we have to really pay attention to. So it was just a heads up, just like, hey, pay attention to it. But again, those people that had those flags on their cars, it was nice to me. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like, well, if they wasn't nice, they wasn't disrespectful. Let me say that. You know what I'm saying? They just like, let me be in my own space and, you know, we go about our day. So, but again, a lot of it is symbolism. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what they believe and this is how they operate in it. And, you know, you respect it or not. You know what I'm saying? Now I think South Carolina Gamecocks, I think they banned people from wearing T-shirts and stuff with it on. NASCAR did the same thing. So
did the same thing. People were pissed about that, man.
That was with the times, though. That was a business thing.
That was a business move.
That was a business move. You know,
same with the Washington football team.
Washington, Cleveland Indians. I said they're changing theirs next year.
Yeah, they're changing theirs. They're gonna have one more season as the Indians, but then after that, they're gonna change it.
Which one of the questions I would ask: why not just do it immediately? Like, why announce it?
I don't know.
Like, what's the point of that? Because if you think about it, a lot of people still do support that, and they're gonna go out and buy that gear, and now they're just making more money. So,
well, same with like they got rid of like the Chief Wahoo, their mascot, and like they took the Chief Wahoo off the hats and all that. Like
that's information that
they did that a long time ago.
I'm becoming more knowledgeable about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't understand why it was so bad. You know what I'm saying?
Because he's like red. You know, it's like the same thing as like redskin. You know.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's just knowledge that I didn't have. So I didn't understand why it was bad.
Yeah,
so.
I think they did the Cleveland Indians because I think they had an Indian guy on their baseball team like way back in the day, like early 1900s. Because they used to be called the Cleveland Spiders.
I do remember
and they
that.
should go back to that.
They were
that
fresh.
Would be fire.
Yeah, they were. I do remember that. I do remember that. It's just
I saw under the MLB Insta post when they said that, someone said they should change it to the Cleveland Redskins. I just thought that was funny because that was like
football to baseball. It was like right on time.
Just pass the baton over.
People can be.
Someone's like, I heard the Redskins name's open.
What you think about them not having another name, just a Washington football team?
That was that's Dan Snyder. That's his name.
Yep.
That was a big fuck you move to him having to change it. He was so adamant about not changing it.
He been said he wasn't gonna change it, but
money talks, bro.
And who pulled out?
Nike or FedEx.
Yep. One more though. One more big one. I don't have.
Their major supporters. Yep. They backed out. So what are you gonna do? Money talks. Okay, well fine.
You gonna keep it and lose out on sponsorships, or you gonna change it and keep the sponsorship money? And
keep the money.
And that's what he did.
That's a prime example of this country or just people as a whole is what you really value. You say that you bought this team like that, that you're never gonna change it. But when the money gets involved, all of a sudden you all for it.
I need that money back. You know what I'm saying? I need it back. Yeah. So again, it's all about business.
And they didn't change it to a different name just because he was pissed. I'm sure he was pissed off that he was put in this position.
Yeah.
But he's a businessman, so he's gonna make the right business move. So that's why he decided to change it. But he didn't necessarily change it. He just didn't have a name for his team.
The same thing with the Clippers and Donald Sterling. You know what I'm saying? When they got him at the paint.
Man, we were in Utah when that happened. We watched it on TV.
We were.
We watched it on live TV.
I guess one of my questions I would ask you is, everybody said, oh, don't stay at the Trump Towers. Let's just say they changed the name, but Trump still owns it, but nobody know. How do you think?
People are still going now.
Yeah, but how do you think people feel if they find out 20 years from now, it's like, oh, the name is taken off. It doesn't say Trump Towers, but he still own that. You think people will stop supporting? You know, so it's
No.
all about naming and branding and again, man, it's about where you want to stay. And you know, I understand you don't want to look like you're on the opposite side of the the community or the tribe but again, man, I'm not saying do what you want to do, but I'm encouraging all to think how they want to think and express themselves. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in censorship, you know, but censorship is big. If our president can be censored 11 days before his presidential term is over, that's a warning to everybody. But people don't look at it that way. Oh, yeah, he said some bad things. I still can't find what he did or what he said bad. Like, I guess they're condemning him for allowing people to storm the Capitol, but that ain't on him.
Well, they're saying like his little video or whatever of him saying like, I don't even know exactly what he said because I didn't watch it. I'm just telling you what they said. They're basically blaming him for all those people going over there and doing all that.
Can't blame that, man. I mean, nah, I mean, I just, again, there should have been more military force on hand. If you watch the videos, none of that happened. So it's not like they didn't know what was going on. Like, it was clearly planned.
Yeah.
You know,
well, because
so
like they had like police like letting them through.
just let them come on in. Everybody's saying it was a field trip.
Like
they were saying it was a field trip. Yeah, it was a field trip. But again, it people just got to look at it. That's not what got him censored. I mean, if y'all believe that's what got him censored, y'all better go research about them stolen laptops and desktops and what's on them information. I'm not saying a lot of people will be locked up, but it's coming.
That's been getting played out like just
but
put to the side for years.
The first one that was supposed to be locked up was Trump.
Yeah,
he still ain't.
Nah,
but he a businessman. You know what I'm saying?
And he's most hated right now, and he's still not locked up. So what does that tell you about everybody else?
I just want to know where he's at. Like, people are not thinking about where is he actually at.
I bet you he's not even in the country right now.
Like, think about it. Do you think that video was at the White House?
Nah. I was joking with you. I said, bro, they had a Russian plane ready for him. He's out of here.
He probably... Hey, man.
He's out of here,
You know what I'm saying?
bro.
They talk about the blackouts that's coming, and that's just basically shutting down the world to... Not really start at the 5G towers, but again, I'm in a group, the conspiracy theories, but it's a lot of information and a lot of stuff that's going on, and you just got to follow the money. You know what I'm saying? Follow the money. So
the money trail.
The money trail, man. And Trump is the money trail. But like you said, open up the economy. Just get back to work. You know, it sounds wrong, but the people that's going to get sick, they're going to get sick.
Well, what's the... So, if, like, if he was supposedly keeping the money, like, keeping the economy booming and all that, why are these, lobbyists or elites want to get him out? Because he knows too much information. He's bound to...
He knows too much information, and you got to think by them telling you wear your mask and where you can go and putting a curfew time. That's you being controlled.
Yeah.
The U.S. have never been under guidelines like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the things my people was saying was like, why they putting a curfew for you to be home? It's not like the virus has a curfew. Like,
right.
If you out at 11, the virus can still get you however you contacted. If you're out at 8, it can, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, why they telling everybody just to be indoors by 9 or 10? Like, that don't really make sense. So I just think it's to control people. And it goes back to, the Green New Deal, and we get electric cars, and, you get updates to your iPhone every 4 to 5 months, Yeah,
I got one waiting right now that I haven't updated.
Yeah, and allegedly, one of the things is because they censored Trump, he was going to try to contact people or contact everybody through the emergency, like when people get kidnapped.
Yeah, like the Amber Alert.
The Amber Alert.
Yeah.
He's going to contact people through the Amber Alert with information, but they're saying the update on your phone, they were going to shut that off to where you don't get it. And
so the conspiracy, the idea was that to like make sure if he was going to do that he couldn't do that.
Yes. So people were saying if you want to receive it, turn off your auto update on your phone to receive it. But Apple always wants you to have your auto update. So when you wake up in the morning, it's like, oh, your phone is updated.
If you have it plugged in while you sleep, it'll update at like 4 a.m.
You know what I'm saying? It's like 2 to 4, 4 to 6 or whatever. So, but that's the extremes. To my knowledge, the president have never been censored. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So what's the real like what do you think's the real reason why they just censoring him and trying to get
because
him
he
out of
couldn't
here
need
so
no
quick?
information. You got to think, why did Epstein get locked up?
You said Trump locked him up, right?
Yeah, and they all connect.
Yeah.
All the Democrats and your favorite celebrities and musicians, they all been to that island. And Trump was like, you know what? Okay, let me go get your man's, lock him up. Let's tell what he knows, and all of a sudden he's dead. And then now we're gonna bring in his head lady that knows all the information.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, let's bring her in. And they like, wait a minute, we got to get this dude out. Like, his man Pence turned on him. Like, that's his main man. Like,
yeah.
now they beefing. Now you
They're
got
beefing right now.
Yeah, but he didn't sign the 25th something to where they can impeach him. But one of my questions is, isn't he already impeached?
Supposedly.
So you got to do it twice? And the reason why he, you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
I don't even know how it works.
Yeah,
Like,
me neither. Like,
I thought if you get impeached, you the hell out of
you out of there. But he
gone.
got impeached, but then he didn't leave. So he's still president. So now they want to invoke the 25th, whatever that is. I have to look it up, but they want to invoke the 25th. They wanted Pence to sign that over so they can usher in the Democrats today the 13th. So it was like 11 days ahead of time, but Pence didn't do it, and they saying he didn't do it. So whenever Pence take over, he can pardon Trump from all of this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Trump is.
So is that the goal?
Yeah.
The
So it's
idea?
like they beefing, but they really like, all right, I still got you. You know what I'm saying? So again, you just got to follow the trail. And so again, they say Trump was locking certain people up. There's even a guy that Obama didn't want let out of jail, but Trump let him out. And the reason why Trump let him out, because Trump know he got information. So if you think about it, Trump is like the only president that's like not really.
He's going against the grain.
He's going against the grain, bro. They trying to get him out the paint. And a part of me, I like assholes. I like disruptors. You know what I'm saying? I like all that.
Yeah.
And it's not even, I'll be careful about how I'm saying it.
But do you like that as a president?
A part
That's
of
the
me,
thing. That's the thing.
I'm gonna just be a part of me. I just like when people fuck shit up. I ain't gonna lie. Was it on Step Brothers? We're here to fuck shit up.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A part made me laugh, but again, I just like truth. And everybody always say don't trust the government, but all of a sudden now they want to trust the government. But it's like, well, who are you trusting and why?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the virus. The vaccine. I call it the vac. You know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden they got Bill Clinton, I think George Bush and Obama taking it on live TV, or supposedly gonna take it on. Since when did y'all start trusting them?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
when they were in office and ain't nobody liked them.
Right, nobody. So now all of a sudden y'all like them because, I guess, because of Trump. But again, to my knowledge, Trump is like the only president that's not really like in that alignment. You know what I'm saying? And that's why
he wasn't really a politician to begin with.
He was a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? And he, messing things up. Now, again, I don't agree with all he's done, but if you just look at what he's doing, it's very informative. And again, what president do you know that was censored right before he was getting ready to leave office?
None.
I mean, I know Obama got his BlackBerry taken when he first got in. It was his personal phone.
Right.
But
see, this is what I learned. Like, social media is still fairly new. I mean, what came out in like 2008? Or, I mean, you had MySpace, but like not.
It wasn't as reachable to the masses. Right. You know what I'm saying?
So,
yeah.
This is when I realized that the big tech companies were liberal, because we had Obama. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna treat the president that way or have these headlines like that, and then have them go on social media when they're kind of backing Obama and the Democratic Party as it is. Yep. This is the first president in the social media era who is a Republican, and you can kind of see the difference, like how social media was during Obama's presidency to this one.
I guess what I would say is I don't think Obama used social media like that. Like, if you think about Sandy Hook,
no, not
he
at
gave
all.
a press conference. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the thing. Like, Trump has been so like unorthodox.
Yeah.
And it's rubbed a lot like people the wrong way.
But I mean,
like,
that's the times though. Like, you're not gonna go.
But bro, like you shouldn't be on Twitter watching Saturday Night Live as a president talking shit.
Why not? I just want to know why not.
I don't know. I just feel like you should be held to a higher standard.
To what? to what the presidency is.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we all know Obama goes to
He goes to Duke games,
Duke
basketball
games,
games,
or he goes to comedy shows. He laughs in the front row.
as a president.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he was at some of those comedy shows that I think Shaq put on. If I'm not mistaken, he was in.
Well, I'm not saying
with
you
Kevin
can't
Hart.
do that, but like, there's a difference between that and like being on social media, like
Okay, hold on. Let me stop you.
in your underwear, like this shit's trash.
If you got a pastor who you know is cheating on his wife, but he every Sunday is telling you to give tithes and be faithful, but you know he living wrong. Do you really want to hear that
take him
message?
serious?
Okay, so if you know the president is part of social, you're fired. Why he can't be at home with like the rest of us tweeting and what's it?
Because it just simply ain't gonna work like that. Obviously, you
Man,
know?
listen. If that man is at home, if my man from the Patriots can go get a nice handy twice, is he supposed to be in massage parlors getting handies?
Nah.
Why not?
Wasn't he married?
He's actually a widow. She passed away.
Oh, she passed away. That's right.
So can he not get a handy before a big playoff game? I'm just saying.
Well, people hold these people in power to a higher standard.
Why? Who are these people?
Do you hold police officers to a higher standard?
Well, I mean, they here to protect and serve.
Or are you gonna say that? Is that gonna be your excuse when they blast somebody?
Oh no, that's too far. So, okay, if they are defending themselves and somebody trying to check them, then yeah, do what they do. You're protecting yourself. But is it wrong for a police officer to go to a strip club?
Probably not.
All right then. So can he not go to strip club because maybe he was just out arresting prostitutes? But it's like, you was out arresting prostitutes. Now I can't see some ass shake. like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, what I'm saying is that probably didn't even make sense. It's gonna go over a lot of people's heads. Some of my examples are not right, but that's just how I think. I'm just saying, why he can't do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's just say he had a burner account. Do you feel better if he had a burner account, but we didn't know? And he just came out January 21st like, hey, y'all know this is my account this whole time.
It'd probably be more funny.
So it's not funny because he's the president.
Yeah.
So now we holding titles to
you holding standards to titles.
Okay, so would you be mad if a teacher had an OnlyFans page?
I wouldn't, but there would be a lot of people who would, or your employer would probably not like that because you're
your employer could probably sitting behind their desk looking at you like, okay, I see what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? No wonder why all
you're like a public servant, bruh.
Yeah, serving the public. Get your rocks off. You know, get your rocks off. I'm just saying, I understand, but again, it's people. People are adults. You know, would you be mad if somebody had a separate life? Then, you know, teachers had a 9 to 5 and then a 5 to 9.
Well, I'm learning that as I get older. Like, you know, my people I went to school with, who I know how they are, and now they're teachers. It's like, bro, I know how you are, but I know how I used to look at teachers, and you didn't think they were like that. You don't look at them like they have a different life.
Yeah, because
like I thought it was crazy when I saw my football coach like coming out the store with like a bottle of liquor and a 24 pack. And we're like, bro, he's like, what?
I mean, when else is he supposed to drink though? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm not saying he's supposed to be in a car drinking and y'all see him. Now that's flagrant. That means you got an issue. But if he buying alcohol legally and taking it home and enjoying himself, then do that. Yeah. I just feel like a lot of people try to shield things from people, and that's not how life's supposed to go. I'm not saying show young kids too much.
Do you think that
and too soon? You just gotta slowly usher it in.
Do you think that society now holds people too high in like in certain positions? Like we hold people like too responsible for their actions?
Yeah, it kind of reminds you of Charles Barkley when he's saying, I'm not your role model. You know what I'm saying? Like, you looking at the wrong people to be role models. And it's like, I guess I would look at it like take your parents. Not your parents personally, but just take parents. Are they not supposed to drink around you? You know what I'm saying? Are they supposed to just keep the alcohol underneath their bed, and when you go to sleep, then they start? It's like, nah, like, I like to enjoy alcohol from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to show you what it is. You know, I'm going to show you how to love someone, and I'm going to show you what I believe love is. You know what I'm saying? You just show different things. And so if you feel like the president shouldn't do certain things, and I look at it like this: if you can get on stage and talk about people with Down syndrome and things of that nature, you don't care about nothing in life, bro. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's kind of what I feel was wrong, was talking about certain people, but we just, spoke about him tweeting, about Saturday Night Live.
The big thing is you should probably show a little more compassion.
No, I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. He came in wrong.
He has zero compassion.
He came in, but think about it. A lot of stuff like, grab her by the, that wasn't said during this presidential term.
Well, come on, man. That's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be from now on. Like people are gonna. I mean, people do it now. Like you see, like people blow up. Like for example, I don't know if you're familiar with Brother Nature. It's like the dude he used to feed the deer, and like he blew up, got hella popular, right? Now, like next thing you know, people are bringing up like old tweets when he was like 12, 13 years old, saying like stupid stuff and like trying to like slander.
To me,
him.
I kind of hold parents and friends accountable simply because you gotta monitor what your kids are saying, because they may not know what they really saying, and you don't really know what they kind of like they thought, so you kind of gotta reel them back in.
But no one should monitor what the president's saying on Twitter.
No, because at that point he's a grown man. You know what I'm saying? He know what he's saying. He know what the consequences are. But
so you're just speaking from like a minor perspective.
Yeah, I mean, again, it was some certain quarterbacks that got drafted, and they bring up those tweets, and it's like, that's not who I am anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you shouldn't tweet it out. Now, should you talk like that? No, you shouldn't. But if that's who you are, then be who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, again, we just spoke on Saturday Night Live. If he wants to tweet about it, then tweet about it, because we're doing the same thing. But again, just because he's the president, I don't feel like he should have to silence himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a limit to freedom of speech, obviously. But if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But again, every action has a consequence to it, and if you can live with those consequences, then so be it. But again, if he at home like the rest of us and chilling with his kids and wife, and might be doing his thing, and just look over, Saturday Night Live is playing, it's like, man, let me get this off real quick. Like, why not, bro? You know what I'm saying? So
it's funny. That's probably how it happened too.
Yeah, he just in the moment. But again, we literally live our lives on social media. So who am I to say he shouldn't live his life like that because he's now the president? And here's another question I guess I would propose to you. Once he's not the president, should he just go back to living like the rest of us?
Well, he can't anymore.
He can't, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, he might as well live how he wants to live, like, again, the difference between him and Obama, everything with Obama, it was in front of a camera. Like I said, with Sandy Hook, breaking news, go to CNN and all the news stations, that's how they address the nation. And Trump literally came in with tweets. So it's like, the news that we need to get from Trump is from Twitter.
Yeah.
But again, why would you censor him 11 days prior to his presidential term ending? Probably because he got some information to really
he was
spill.
Ready to get off.
But he can still get it off. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how long the suspension ends.
Well, the thing about politics too is they be holding on to information, and when the time is right, they'll let it out when it benefits the party.
But that's what I'm saying.
So it's like, we're supposed to, there's two parties, but at the same time, we're all Americans. We're all under the same country, and we're all supposed to be working together. But
they don't look at it like that. No, they put Democrats and Republicans. Like you said, Trump is a Republican. I just think
he ran as a Republican.
Right.
I don't think he's a Republican, because there's a lot of Republicans who don't even like him. They're like, this dude is nuts.
So he ran as something that he knew that he was going to get the most votes.
Yeah.
That's smart.
It was a calculated move. It was a business
move.
That's
a business move. And I got to salute that. Like, who am I to say, you know what, that was shrewd. I see what you did. You know what I'm saying? And it worked. So again, first it was give him 1,200. Then it was give him 6. Then the next thing you know, it was like, man, we might not get nothing. And all of a sudden Trump like, nah, man, give him 2,000. Then you got all these other Democrats saying, give us 2,000. And here Yang like, bro, I've been proposed this months ago.
He's
like,
over here in the corner like, hey, hello, listen to me.
Right. And now it's like, in my opinion, it's like, well, don't give us the 2. Give us 1,000 this month. Then give us another 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just run it up. I believe we all should be able to get $12,000. every year because you ain't highlighted that it's out there. The tech companies got it. It's in there. We just literally printed $1 trillion. Where did that come from?
Thin air.
You know what I'm saying? So
we ain't seeing none of it.
None of it. We got the money. Billionaires
we getting taxed for our little.
You know what I'm saying? Billionaires still making more money. Amazon making more money. They just built another Amazon in Idaho. It's like y'all building all this infrastructures in during the pandemic. Like it's already in place. So again,
these businesses been capitalizing on
this. Everybody making money except small businesses, and that's the business that I feel bad for. You know what I'm saying? Because then you got people scamming, and it's just. Again, man, it's like the American way, and it's a business. And I feel like Trump is showing people we got to continue to make money. And so, again, Trump saying give people $2,000. That was a tweet that I read from Trump. Like, no, I agree with that. Then Nancy Pelosi was like, yeah, give them $2,000. Then a bunch of people was like, give them $2,000. And then whoever the guy was like, nah. And so it's like,
so
now,
we ain't getting 2,000.
No, we ain't get 2,000. We got 6.
Well, no, but are we supposed? They were saying we might get.
Man, listen. If y'all voted for Biden and Kamala, that $2K should be in your bank account by February 1st. That's all I'm going to say. Because they were proposing $2K. When Trump proposed $1,200, they was like, nah, raise it to $2. Y'all got the people in? Run me mines.
Yeah.
Hey, run me mines. All of it. You run it. You know what I'm saying? I can get to 2 on February. Then I should be getting another, 1,000 every month because that's also the freedom say it?
I don't know.
Dividend? Yeah, freedom Dividend Act.
Dividend.
There you go. My bad. Freedom Dividend Act. $1,000 every month. And I feel like who wouldn't want a free $1,000 every month, bro?
Everybody, bro.
Everybody. We could use that.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
and I'm working.
Tax free. Like it's literally us. Like Yang said, it's no questions asked. So again, Biden and Kamala got in. So
I ain't saying nothing until I see it.
Run the 2K. But here's the thing. All that money is gonna be tied to, like Biden said, the first 100 days I'm mandating masks, and everybody got the vaccine. And now if you follow the NBA, they trying to tell NBA players get the vaccine because all y'all catching the virus and y'all can't do this and can't do that. Y'all gotta follow it because the world shut down when the NBA shut down, and so now they trying to tell NBA players get this so the world can open back up. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I don't agree with that. They didn't say that for the NFL. Baseball was going wild with it.
Yep.
My bad. Who canceled all their games? I think at one point I seen like Boston play like 23 games. I think it was Baltimore Oilers had like 6 games played or something like that.
At the beginning?
Yeah, at the beginning they had like 6 games to like 24.
Yeah.
All just postponed. So again, and then they saying this vaccine. Doctors are allegedly dying after taking the vaccine, but they can't confirm what it like, bro. Nah.
It's just rush science, man.
Rush science. And they say vaccines take like 5 to 6 years.
I just saw a tweet. Kamala said that we were going to get the vaccine and it was going to be for free.
Just let me get this free money. That's all I want.
But I thought the point was
I think
them doing the vaccine so they can make money off of it.
Because it's not free because they got to build insurance companies and things. Like
it's coming somewhere. It might not come directly out of our pocket, but it's coming somewhere. They're going to get it. They're going to get
They got the money already. They just trying to collect that back payment. You know what I'm saying? That back end. Like, all right, look, we pushed all this out. But again, it's 2 separate vaccines. They saying, I don't really know I know the 2. I can't pronounce it. But they saying one is like good for people. The other one is killing people. But again, you got to just see who's behind this vaccine. Look at the names and it's people y'all know.
Bro.
It's people y'all
know.
Well,
they're about to mandate it, aren't they? Like you have to take it? That's the talk, right?
The talk is they're gonna tell people they have to take it or they can't shop or they can't go to school. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I've already seen that, like LA County.
LA County was like, in order for kids to come back to school, they have to get the vaccine.
That's kids.
Yeah, and they're trying to say
make adults do it too.
But they're trying to say minors can give their consent. Since when have minors been able to agree to anything? You know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden they want minors to be able to say, "Oh yeah, give me the vaccine." But everybody been home. The thing is, most people have to go to work because they don't make enough money, and so you seeing these virtual classrooms, and they're really, in my opinion, kids are not really learning like that.
No.
And the only perspective that I have, I wouldn't have learned the way I learned if I didn't go to the classroom and receive that instruction.
Bro, exactly.
So,
and not even that, just like
and I was in
life
college,
skills.
But
too.
that was in college though. Like I didn't learn that until I went to college. Like, no, I actually do need to come to class. So just imagine these high schools and these K through 8th graders, they don't really understand. Like
most of them ain't got the attention span to sit there and stare at a computer and like learn the way they need to. I already think the education system's a joke as it is.
So that's why I'm saying I wouldn't even be a rush to go back to school. I just do homeschool. But then you got to think about homeschool. Whose standards are those going by? You know what I'm saying? Right, so now it's like, now your kid didn't pass because they raised this. But when we went to school, we had to take an SAT and an ACT and get certain scores. They shut all that down and was allowing people to go to school. So it's like, wait a minute. I could have possibly went to a better college if I didn't have to take these tests. But all of a sudden this year, because of COVID, they shut it down.
Yeah.
So what, they just gonna bring it back up? So what about those kids that's already in the universities? You know, you got the lady that paid for her daughter to go to USC that did jail time, but it's like, what is it really about? You know what I'm saying? It's just like a social construct to me. Like, oh, I went to SC and I'm this, I'm that. It's like, all right, cool. You know, but it's all a big hustle. You know what I'm saying? It's all a big hustle. The people that accepted the money, did they go to prison? To my knowledge, no. Yeah. Just the parents that sent the money, you know, for that. But it's still a money trail. Like that money ended up somewhere. Did the dean accept it? Did some of the teachers accept it for change? You know what I'm saying? Like, where are those headlines at? You know?
Not around, man. Non-existent.
Not around. They just want 2 people that did 2 months in jail. And it's like.
And it all just goes back to, like you said, it all goes back to money, man. Yeah. That's really all it's about here.
So if you got money, you got access. But, you know, I do feel like I've come from a place of privilege. But again, I wouldn't necessarily say money got me, you know, to be able to go to Utah State. It was off the contacts and the connects, you know, mainly that my track coach had. And so, you know, would I feel a little different if I found out that money was involved to get me to go there? Yeah, possibly, because I was led this whole time that I got there off of, you know, hard work and his contacts. But I got there. That's where I met you at, you know. So some people got to pay their way and some people make a way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So from my knowledge, we made a way. You made a way. I made a way. Everybody I know that got there made a way. Now, some of the basketball players got that bag. You know, Facts. Hey, more power to them, you know. So,
yes, sir, man. We were out there struggling for a bit.
It's a little bit. You know, a lot of 7-Eleven trips. You know, snow, walking in snow. And, you know, immersed in the Mormon community and being judged, whether because of my skin tone or because you don't look fully white and you don't talk like them and you dress how you dress. Yeah. You know, we made it work.
So with everything going on, man, because I don't know what's going to happen. Like, what would you say, like, people should do, like, this year? What's a big thing, like, individually?
So I don't really have, like, fears like that, but I guess one of the things that I did do last year was I intermittent fasted for the first time. And that made me feel a lot better. And I didn't realize when I fasted, but I fasted during the pandemic. Right. And that's the best I've felt. It's the best that I still feel like that. I had real bad acid reflux. Y'all can probably hear my stomach now. Maybe not because it's just growling, but it's time to eat. But, you know, fasting cured all that because I put good things in my body and I got my body in check. And how ironic I managed to fast during the pandemic when people was dying. You know what I'm saying? So I would just encourage people to eat better, eat a lot healthier. I'm not promoting veganism, if that is even a word, but just eat a lot better. You know what I'm saying? I haven't had fast food in like 3.5, 4 years. Fast food meaning drive-thrus, Wendy's, McDonald's, things of that nature. I didn't like the way I felt, so I just eat a lot better. I would encourage people to stock up on water. They saying blackouts are going to happen. They're saying, you know, we may not be able to go to grocery stores, and you know, that's where all the gun laws come in at. You know, people might be trying to break into your house. If you watch, like, it's the movie with Sandra Bullock. That was based in Northern California.
What movie?
Bird.
The Bird Box one?
Bird Box. Yeah. Bird Box is basically like the virus. Bird Box was hinting about this virus. and how you let certain people in that you know are not sick and they can see your vision and keeping food. Like one of the scenes, they had to go to the store and get all the food they needed. If you really watch Bird Box, that's a hint about what's to come.
That's wild.
If you watch The Purge, that's a hint about what's to come. You know, people breaking into your house, and some people want to kill you just to kill you. Some people need the resources. So a lot of these movies have little hints in it about what's to come. It's wild to think about it because we don't look at America like that. We look at third world countries and things. Man, America is, we just haven't had war on our turf land. You know what I'm saying?
That's part of just being privileged as an American.
Yeah.
And living here. And I know that there are people here who are more privileged than other people, but as a whole, as a country, we're the most privileged country in this world.
Yeah.
And I think the idea of something like that happening in our country like doesn't cross people's minds, and the fact that it is very possible and very real that things like that could happen here is what could really freak people out.
That's kind of what set 9/11 off. It's like, oh, not on our turf, not all our American citizens, and I don't want to get into that, but you just got to ask yourself, why now? You know, it's just a lot of things that's going on now. You know, some woman was saying it's the first time that the Confederate flag made itself to like Capitol Hill or inside.
Bro, that's,
you know,
mad disrespectful.
And I didn't quite understand that.
Well, because people fought and died for that not to happen.
Yeah, so I didn't quite understand.
You know?
Like, wow, that really was in there. So
that's what the whole war was about. So that flag wouldn't ever step foot in the Capitol building, or even in the, like,
you know what I'm saying. So again, I would just encourage people to eat better, eat a lot healthier. You know, stock up on, you know, foods that like non-perishable items. Like we've been doing it all our lives. You know what I'm saying? I know we used to do canned goods in class, you know, maybe like 3rd or 4th grade.
Canned food
dry, all that, like, which I think that's for. You know, all that training is to get us prepared for now. Now, I don't want to put fear out there and saying it's going to happen, but, you know, why not take heed? You know, they always saying, oh, don't take my weapons away. Why don't people want their weapons to be taken away? They want to be able to defend themselves. Defend themselves from who? Is it your neighbor? Is it the government coming in and trying to, you know, we just don't know. So, you know, they're telling people to stock up on bullets and guns and things of that nature. I would just say food and, you know, just ride this thing on out. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know what's happening. They're saying it's supposed to be some things going on in Sacramento right now about the Capitol, and military are in Sacramento. They just don't know, you know, trying to guard the Capitol, and saying reports is going to be something else at the Capitol in Washington. Like, it's just a bunch of stuff. So, you know, just guard your safe space and your head space, and, you know, just stay alert.
Yeah. I think a big thing too is just don't be stuck on social media, man.
Bruh,
I think some of the best days I had when I wasn't on social media, and I just didn't know what was going on, bro.
Yep.
I just enjoy my day in my world, you know, with my dog or whatever it is.
It's unique because I remember at the time when we went hiking. You know, I did take 2 pictures on a hike, but I didn't take a picture with you because we were truly enjoying the hike. You know, where we were, man, being so high up on that mountain, I was a little afraid about where we were, just how high up we were. But from the time that we started driving and losing service, I just put my phone away. You know what I'm saying? And I think people are truly afraid to unplug.
Well, another thing is people, they do things to show other people. Like, oh, look what I did. Look where I'm at. Versus just like, or going to a concert and recording the whole concert and not really watching it and enjoying it so you can go back and watch it again.
There's no way that you can be present while you recording something.
Exactly.
It's just not it.
Like,
I mean,
I'll record a song or two, but then I'm done. Like, all right, cool. I'm going to sit here and enjoy this. Like, you know, but people do that, bro. I don't know, like, how many, like, people don't go hiking and they don't tell no one or post pics or anything like that.
Man, listen, I went hiking, start the year, didn't announce I was going. Days later, I just posted like, I went hiking. That was days ago. Like, I already didn't win. I'm back at work. You know what I'm saying? So, but a person like me, I like to not announce my moves. You know what I'm saying? And besides, when you just a part of nature, bro, it's so peaceful, bro. It's different. It's just so peaceful. You just hearing everything. You just seeing birds and maybe eagles just flying just with no care in the world. And it's like, I look at people. I feel like some people have never unplugged from social media since MySpace. Like, there's
fucking Tom.
Phones used to die and be like, oh, let me lose your phone real quick. Let me look at my messages real quick. I know I got a message. Let me use your phone. My phone is dead. It's like, but that message can wait.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like there's some people in life that have not unplugged from social media longer than 3 hours. People
It's-
be at work on social
Yeah.
media. People get fired at work from being like, bro, just you at work.
Complaining about being at work on social
Now, granted, I'm on the Clubhouse, which is a social media app, but I'm still doing my work. You know, I'm not scrolling or anything. It's an audio experience. You know what I'm saying?
Some of the most like memorable times that I had were when I wasn't on my phone, and like when I was going hiking, like in Utah. There's this specific hike where we went up, and there's like this. It was like a 4-mile hike. You go all the way up, and like it just kind of goes down in. It's like this pond and like these trees and just nothing but nature, bro.
Man,
and it
that's
was
a
so
beautiful sight.
quiet. It was so quiet. It was. And being from here, like I never felt anything like that.
And
You know.
and if you think about it, a lot of people don't really know what quiet is. People think quiet is turning off the TV and then going to sleep. Nah. When you can hear stuff echoing, and I'm here,
Yeah,
like you know stuff
quiet,
like
quiet. Yeah,
that's quiet.
Yeah.
But I learned though that also is a privilege. You know, there's people have been victimizing, you know, things of that nature, so they don't like their quiet thoughts. Me, I love my quiet thoughts, and so, you know, I just love the quietness, and so, yeah, people don't really know how to be quiet and be still. But again, I would encourage it. Again, some people went to science camp. That's what the night walk was.
Yeah.
It was to get in tune with the moon and focus on the stars. And you know how they say if you're looking in this direction, this is north and south. Like you gotta find your way home. You gotta use your compass, your mental compass. And you know they send you on that night walk, and they might send somebody out, and maybe a minute and a half later, then you go out. So you just gotta listen to your instincts and okay, this is what I seen on the way here. This is how I get. A lot of people don't know how to get back.
Yeah.
That's why we use our maps. I think this here we don't know how to use landmarks anymore. You know, so. Yeah.
Nah, dude. I don't think people realize there's maps in the libraries.
Like I was just thinking, do you have a map in your car?
No.
Like I know my grandfather, he used to keep a map in his car, but that's because he used to drive from California to Tennessee, you know. But it's like we need a map in the car. What if our phones go dead? How are we gonna know where to go? We not. We just gonna go to, you know, places we know. But all those places right now are currently closed.
Yeah.
You know, you might go to your grandparents' house or an aunt's house, but if you need to really get to Nevada, do you really know how to get there? I mean, yeah, you can read the signs, but it's like certain places, you know, I don't even know if they have updated maps about where things are, you know? So
Right.
again,
I don't know, man.
What if our power went out? What we gonna do? Do you have a flashlight right now with you?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay, well, you ready? You're prepared. Most people probably don't have a flashlight. Well, I just use my phone. Man, you know how fast your battery gonna die on your phone?
That your phone get hot as hell when your
Hot,
flashlight's
bro, hot. And then you gonna be lost. Like, bro, I don't got nothing to use.
Bro, I got flashlights, shotguns. What's up? We ready? Chilling.
I guess I need to be over here with you then.
Yeah.
You got
an extra one?
Are they powerful?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't know if I'm ready for.
See, well, what they did instead of like they're not gonna take your guns away. They're just limiting the ammo.
Yeah, but
That's
think
what they
about how
started
dangerous
doing.
that is. People need ammo. To my knowledge, the ammo sometimes are more expensive than the guns, right?
Yeah, well, a lot of people go out of state to buy their ammo because, like in California, it's very regulated. It's very regulated. So people go to Nevada or even take trips to Texas, stock up on ammo.
It's interesting because that's where you get like the real fireworks too. You know what I'm saying?
People do that for fireworks. They definitely do it for ammo.
I still got them right now, bro,
Yep.
ready to let them off. But yeah, it's just an interesting time. I don't really look at it like a scary time. It's just like interesting. So
Unprecedented.
yeah, but
I think that's
again,
what
when they
people don't
silence
like.
your president, like what you supposed to believe if they silence your president who's supposed to give us news?
I don't think people care.
Like, where are we getting our news from? Like, who are we supposed to believe? Like,
People believe the first thing they read, bro. So whenever they get on with the first headline, that's what it is.
That's bad. You know, like some people say don't listen to Fox News, or some people say don't listen to CNN, you know.
Or NBC.
Or NBC.
But they're all, but the thing is, they're all talking about the same thing, but they're headlining it differently. And whoever's watching it gets a different perspective.
Yep. Or they
and
have
that's why you see so much division. You might have a
Democrat on, and then you might have a Republican. You might have a...
well, like Fox News is more Republican.
Yeah.
Republicans watch Fox News. I think Democrats watch like NBC or CNN or I don't know. And then they cater to their audience.
Yeah, it's filter it all, man. Like just filter it all. It's the same thing like when you get ready to vote. Like you getting the things that you say you registered as. If you register as a Democrat, you're gonna get a lot of stuff that's Democratic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with your phone. If you say, "Oh, I need to look up Volvo tires. Now everything you see is gonna be Volvo tires, but it's like it's all there.
It's all
so
advertisement.
It's all advertising.
That's what it is.
All big
same
money.
reason, same thing when you look something up on your phone and then you got ads for that. It's like,
I got a question. Did you get all those emails during this whole voting thing?
what, like about what?
Like all the candidates, everything. You didn't get that?
I don't
Oh
think
my
so.
goodness, I was getting at least like 10 emails a day.
Just on some candidate
Just
stuff.
on
I might
candidate,
have.
vote this, vote.
I didn't even open them. I'm like,
How they get my
delete.
email address? What did I sign to make them get my email address?
Well, like when you order stuff online and you put your email address in, like whatever company that is, dude, they sell that information.
Oh, absolutely, they
So
sell that
that's how
information.
you get.
But I just want to know. At one point, when they said, "Oh, we're gonna start doing mail-in ballots," like, yes, I did sign up for a mail-in ballot, but that's just through like the DMV or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did they get my email address? Because I don't think on the DMV I put my email address. They asked for mailing, current address, mailing address, and last address.
Well, they got it,
bruh. And then it just stopped. So I think it's all to track us. That's why they wanted your direct deposit information.
It's been like that, bro. They've been talking about chips for over a
Yeah,
decade, man.
and you know what I believe they practice on? Dogs. Let's chip your dog so if he gets lost, we find him. Nah, he's just trying to chip us humans.
What you think the government they care that much about dogs?
No, it was a trial run.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it ain't. It's a trial run. Cause you gotta think when they chip your dog, they just give you like the little VIN to trace it, but they don't actually give you like how you find where's my phone. They don't give you the tracker to find your dog.
I don't keep that shit on. I turn that off.
You know, so it's a lot of stuff. I just feel like they use animals initially to. I mean, we're gonna start practicing on humans. That's what I believe.
I really started paying attention when like I would go to work and then like my phone would know. It starts remembering like the certain times of the day, like where you're headed.
Oh yeah.
So like I'll get in my car to go to work and it'll tell me on my phone like, oh, it's a 15-minute drive.
Like
it's like how you know where I'm going.
Like right now, it'll tell me my car is parked outside.
Yeah, like it knows.
Who did that?
Like how does my phone know like that's my car and where it's at?
What I was just thinking just right now, is it because of the Bluetooth maybe it's hooked up?
It's the GPS that like if you have GPS in your car, do you have GPS in your car? Like
no.
Well, it's something in there like Bluetooth maybe.
But that's what I'm saying. Like who?
It's probably Bluetooth.
Who activated that? And how do they know it's my car?
Yeah,
like why does it not register to your car? Is it because I spend the most time to hook
guess.
up?
Yeah.
So those are the things I think about. It's
I guess if you use Bluetooth in your vehicle, then they know.
Yeah, but once I turn it off, I should.
I don't know, bro.
We used to struggle going to the mall. Like, where did I park at? Now you can just look in your phone and be like, nah, car parked here. It's like, but who accessed that? Is that in the maps? When I updated the maps, I don't know,
bro.
But this has been here. Like, oh, car here. Like, what? Or
initially I'm like, oh, this is sick, and then I really started thinking about it, like,
wait, who did this?
This is sick,
right? Like, who did this? Who programmed this? And so,
have you watched the Snowden movie on Netflix?
No.
Yeah, you should watch that. It's the CIA dude who like lives in Russia now or whatever. He's like not welcome back or whatever. Or they're trying to say he can come back now, but like he like
they gonna arrest him.
Yeah. Dude, he like released hell information how the government can literally look up your text messages right now from their big they have this whole computer.
I believe it. That's
what has like hotkeys, and they can literally look at your DMs right now, like your text messages. They can look at your emails, everything. Bro.
Yeah, look. Okay, when you're on IG, even in your IG story, if you put the word vaccine or vaccination,
oh yeah, the little COVID thing,
the little thing comes on at the bottom. What algorithm did they do? It's a
keyword. It's just they have a supercomputer.
But think about it. Initially, it was when I typed it out, then it would come up. Now, if it's a screenshot or something, it'll still come up.
Just reads it.
Who's reading it? That's not
AI,
scary,
bro.
That's not scary to y'all. Y'all just like
that's AI right
I can't,
there.
You know what I'm saying? So I believe if they can put vaccinations or vaccines or COVID in there, who's to say they not flagging Trump stuff or riots or Black Lives Matter? Like I feel like all these keywords is just alerting people. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they know where to be. But it's like.
Well, that's why I think they use that's why politicians they shut the hell up, because when they do some foul shit, the government's like, hey, bro, like we know what you just did
Yeah.
last week. no one knows, but we know.
And
so this is what's going to happen from here on out.
That's
and
why
everyone
I feel like
keeps their mouth shut.
That's why I feel like Trump was
But
silenced.
Trump wasn't a politician. He didn't give a shit.
But he's been in that system. Like, you got to think.
Right.
If I got a phone, if it's a camera here, they can see what I text.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is Trump didn't care about that. That's why they went out and just censored him.
You think he got a burner?
Off top.
You think his iPhone is a burner? Like,
bro,
is there a way that he can get a burner?
He probably got a Russian phone, bro. I don't know.
That could
they on a whole different cell service, probably.
If they ban him from being able to tweet, they probably know, like, this phone ain't really the phone that you really got.
Yeah.
What if he got 2 phones, bro?
He hella got. He
What's that song? 2?
Oh, that's Kevin Gates.
Yeah.
I got 2 phones. I don't know.
What if he got 2 phones, bro?
He probably got more than 2 phones.
Because you got to remember, Obama had to hand over his BlackBerry so he couldn't tweet certain things. What if Trump was like, yeah, go ahead. And he was like, I don't even worry about it.
Do they use the POTUS account? That's every president uses that. I mean, I guess it started with
but that's what
Obama.
I'm saying. That's probably why they
that's
had
what I'm
to
saying.
ban
This
Trump.
is all brand new. Bro.
They had to ban Trump because Trump's like, I don't want to tweet from that account.
This is why I know. This is why this is different, bro. Because this social media stuff is just starting, and like I said, Obama was a Democrat when it was first starting. Yeah. They didn't treat him like that. They're like on his side, basically. Mm-hmm. Trump ran as a Republican, saying all this foul shit, being extra, so the tech companies on that ass.
Yeah,
pushing the agenda that they want to push.
I don't agree with the censorship. If y'all feel this way, if y'all feel this is going to come to a point, y'all shouldn't have voted him in or let him be. It's the same thing with the NFL. They loved him when he was talking about Cap, but all of a sudden it's like they stop agreeing with it. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as he was like, don't support the product, whoever stands for the flag, they all should be cut. NFL owners like, hold on, wait a minute. We agree with the Cap thing, but we ain't agreeing with stopping the whole product. Like, we need people to, you know what I'm saying? So,
because that's starting to mess with their money.
Messing with their money, and people don't agree with that. Like, people was saying, oh, not standing for the national anthem, people isn't going to watch, and one man, so they got Kaepernick out, and it's like, oh, yeah, patriotism, and I'm here. But then once Trump was like, whoever don't stand for the flag, they all should be fired and cut. And they like, wait a minute, we got whole organizations and whole star NFL quarterbacks that's doing it. We can't listen to you no more, Trump. You know what I'm saying? So, again, it's just about messaging. And Trump was like, all right, I'll leave y'all alone then. You know what I'm saying? So, he moved to bigger and better things. So,
what has Oprah been doing? Just cashing in her check, keeping her mouth shut?
All right. Y'all going to follow all the people Trump is trying to get arrested. And
well, I was just asking because I'm thinking about, like, I'm thinking about these super millionaires that doesn't, like, who during these times that, like, these social injustice times, these pandemic times, they just keep their mouth shut. They don't say nothing.
Where's Jay-Z? Where's Beyonce?
Yeah, they're at the Super Bowl last year.
You know, Oprah just sold her own network, $36 million or something like that. Oprah's supposed to be like a billionaire.
Oh yeah.
Oprah's supposed to be a billionaire in your own TV network. You got to think.
What does that mean though to you? That she sold it for $36 million,
and that's really got that money like that, like they say she do. You got to think Oprah used to be on TV every day. My grandmother used to watch that. You get a car, you get a car, you get it, and all of a sudden, bruh,
them tax write-offs, boy.
She got her own network. Gayle King, her partner, did the interview with R. Kelly, I think, and then was going after Kobe Bryant. They got people all hyped up. Gayle King ain't said nothing. Oprah been in the shadows. Oprah pulled the Michael Jackson interview that she did with the 2 boys that Michael Jackson allegedly did some bad things with, pulled that down. That is currently no longer available to be seen. And it's like Oprah just faded away. So it's like, let me get the shock value. Let me tell you what it is. I'm such and such, so I know y'all gonna watch. And then next thing you know, slide out.
Yep.
But if you can do this, you should be worth more than $36 million. But then I would ask you, who owns the own network? Who owns it now? Who bought that out?
Did they say who bought it?
Nah. It just said she sold for such and such million. I'm like,
yeah.
If Nick Cannon's saying Viacom owes him like $1 billion, then Oprah should be able to sell for way more than $36 million. But maybe nobody is checking for Oprah no more. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody, our grandparents are not watching the Oprah show anymore. Yeah. So, maybe she sold for the most that she could. But if you allegedly worth all that money, You should be able to sell for a lot more.
Yeah.
All right. You gonna have to edit this out?
Just part of it.
Nah, man, leave it. That's how we do.
Just leave all this? You just sitting here by yourself?
Yeah.
Indian style? Oh, you can't say that no more. It's crisscross applesauce.
You can't say that no more?
You think we could say Indian style, but we can't say Cleveland Indians? Come on, bro.
Man,
you know what's crazy?
I'm
In kindergarten, I learned that it was Indian style when I was in kinder.
Well, why is it Indian style?
I guess that's what they say. That's how they used to sit. But
around the fires?
Yeah.
Man, this is comfortable. This is good for your posture, too. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, it's just you can't call it Indian style.
All right, I'm sitting Indian style. I'm comfortable. I'm with my man. So, yeah, I just feel like they use certain people as props and things of that nature. That's why a lot of people, mainly in the black community, was mad at like Steve Harvey and Kanye West. Oh, you allowed Trump to use you as a prop and things of that nature. And it's like, all right, man, you know, like again, Kanye was really there trying to get some business done, you know, and you have to talk to the left to get right. You know what I'm saying? You
or
can't
the right.
Or the right to get left.
Yeah.
You know, you can't ignore somebody when you want something done. It's the same thing about when.
Well, that's what's going on though.
Yeah, and that's why you don't get things done. You have to talk to both sides. I'm not saying you have to agree with both sides, but you got to talk to both sides. You can't just come in here.
It's called being open-minded.
Oh,
and
is that really being open-minded or just smart?
Well, I mean, just in general, like listening to everyone's perspective is having an open mind and being willing to just listen.
Yeah, when did people start tuning each other out?
When a Republican came into office.
Well,
the way I'm looking at
what was Bush?
There's social media wasn't really around like that, bro.
True, but again,
that's
what
I'm
was
telling
Bush,
you.
though?
Times are like have rapidly changed.
Was
like
Bush a Republican?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Everyone hated Bush, and Bush did 9/11, this and that. But now he's on TV taking a vaccine.
That's
Everyone's
what I'm saying.
like,
and then they loved him when it was like, yeah, go get them. Yeah, because again,
at that moment, yeah,
like, oh, we riding with Bush, but it's like,
yeah,
wait a minute, is he leading us into a burning building? Like, he
Yeah.
just, like, hold on, we gotta.
yeah. Information was processed at a much slower rate back then. Where it was like, hold on.
Because we had to watch the TV to
You had to
give it
watch
to it.
the
We had to
news.
wait till they aired it. Now we can just be like, you know what?
You can go on Twitter and you can see like how other people are thinking and what their perspectives are, and kind of look at it all and go, huh? You know, maybe we got something here.
It's about what you feel. You know what I'm saying? I could say.
So I think initially social media, like you got the more perspectives, right? But now it's like they're trying to get a hold of it. Like, all right, you guys need to tone it. Like they're
Tone
starting
it down.
Yeah.
I
don't know
was
though.
Twitter for thoughts?
Yeah, like their thing when you tweet, I don't know if it still says like what's happening. Like that's like
it did say that.
It says like what's happening
or what's going on or something.
It says
like
what's happening. It would say what's happening. Like
that means we want to know what's going on in the world. But what?
Or
did it
not
say
even
before?
that. Just like because before people used to just. I mean, people still do, but they would just tweet.
I'm going
like,
to Starbucks or.
Yeah.
I'm watching the game.
Yeah.
I just made a couple.
It was more simplified. Now it's just nuts, bro.
But okay, so is that part of your conspiracy about why they added more words?
Yes.
So you can get your thoughts fully out.
They don't no you dude nowadays like everyone if it's a short tweet and it's just keep scrolling like we're looking at these viral tweets.
You want the thread?
We're looking at the threads.
You want the thread.
You see the viral tweets. The first thing I do is what? I go straight to the comments.
Yep.
I'm seeing how people are reacting to this, and I'm like,
I want the
"Geez,
jokes.
bruh."
I want the jokes.
Not even that. Just the people who are so triggered by whatever someone says.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
You ever go under Trump's comments and his tweets?
No. That's one of the things about me. I don't really follow celebrities.
Well, I don't either. But like when
Like,
they're trending, and I'll look and I go straight to the comments. I just want to see what people are saying.
It's just like when Trump was like,
you get more information from that than the actual
like fake
tweet.
news or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, because that's the thing. They send a tweet, but they don't elaborate. But when we talk about Twitter, it wasn't like that at first. You tweet what you tweeted. Now they got a tweet, and if you want to add more, you just hit the plus button and then add.
Just thread.
So again, to my knowledge, Facebook was about connecting with your college.
Facebook seemed more like family oriented.
No, it was for college students at first.
Oh yeah,
when it first started, and then it became family. So then it branched out. Like it's not just about if we go to U State, if we taking a biology class, you might be in in California, I might be in Texas. So now we can get on Facebook and we can
Right.
talk about what was in the election.
Well,
That's
and-
what originally what Facebook was.
Well, that's kind of the thing with like AI is like once you put something out there, you can't control it anymore.
Yeah.
And that Facebook turned into what it was, not on purpose.
But
That's
think
how
about
it went.
now. Facebook
Same with Twitter. Twitter used to be dope. I used to love going on Twitter.
Yeah.
Now
They interacted more. You Schoolboy Q, I think, liked and retweeted you.
he followed me.
He followed you. He probably don't even see that no more. Or you got to worry about, is this really him? That sucks, right?
Yeah.
Like, man, is this really you? Now you got celebrities having people control their accounts, and they tell you,
It's
oh,
not
that ain't
even really
me.
them
Yeah, it's
tweeting.
like, bro, who? It don't
It's
make sense now. It's just
It's not
everybody.
personal.
Yeah, it's not personal. Everybody has like a paywall or what do they call those people that run their accounts?
I don't know.
But yeah, and that was the thing about why Clubhouse became so popular when it did, is because it's really those people in that room. You know, like the first thing that I seen was like Joe Budden talking about certain things, and then Kevin Hart. But what I didn't like was people was recording the conversation and then posting it.
Oh yeah, I see that on YouTube
foul.
all the time.
But that's foul. What stays on the app should stay on the app. Now, yeah, we can tweet and you know, like it has a drop down option of post this on your Tumblr or link this to your Instagram. So all of it is linked. But again, Clubhouse, you can't do that, or it's not supposed to.
Well, it's supposed to be a private chat room.
Yeah, a private chat room, and that's why a lot of celebrities was liking it. And so when I seen celebrities saying, "Oh, it's not the same," it's like, so now what y'all?
So they
gonna do?
already killed it.
Yeah, y'all already killed it. And it's like, again, if you read articles about Clubhouse, this is supposed to be popular back in like April or June, and it was like, if this don't pop off now, we just gonna have to, you know, dead the app. And here it is. I got on December 21st, but it's been on there for, I think, like around Thanksgiving or whatnot. So
Yeah.
So yeah, it's about being personal, but again, you don't really know if these people are actually these people.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
But
So
I don't know, man. Like I said, I think the biggest thing for me is just staying off it.
yeah, I would encourage a lot of people to decompress. Me and him, we had a heated debate when J. Cole was on Twitter when he tweeted to No Name. And
Oh, yeah.
my man was telling me this is what he said, and I'm like, nah, did you actually read what? And he was like, nah, I just got the gist. I'm like, nah, that ain't you, my man, because he's
No, 'cause
very knowledgeable.
I was listening to Brilliant Idiots. So I was listening to like Charlemagne, like their side of
Their
it.
take, yeah, and
So it's like secondhand information.
secondhand information.
Yeah.
And what this dude is, he's not secondhand information. He really does be knowing. So because I know that, I grilled him one morning. It got real heated, and it's like, nah, man, really look at what's going on. So again, he can unplug, but when he plug in, he be knowing what he's talking about, and this is why I'm here, because
Or like when
he
I tell
does
you,
know.
or like when I tell you, yeah, I ain't probably gonna watch the Cowboys game tomorrow.
Yeah, but then he had text me about it like,
Yeah,
I
you
knew he
see
was gonna
that?
win.
You
You
see
see that? Yeah. Or your favorite line is, I ain't really care about it. Like, you did care about it because we talking about it. Like, don't tell me you didn't care about it. We sitting here talking about it, so I know you care about it. You may not be fully invested in the perspective, but you care about it, you know?
I like to know, but I like people to think I don't know.
No, yeah, but
I don't need to tell everyone, hey, look what I know. Everyone, look what I'm doing.
But
like,
a person like me, you can't tell me I don't care, because you do
well,
care.
it's different. You know,
Yeah.
you're my
You just
bro,
be messing
so,
with me. Yeah. But I don't like people that go, I don't really care about it, but this is my perspective. If you don't care about it, shut up. Don't give me your perspective. I don't want to hear it. You know, like, I don't want to hear it. That's the person I am. So
Well, people who do that, they tell you they don't care. They get their perspective off, but then they don't want to listen to what you have to say.
yeah, because they don't want
care
no
about
pushback.
it. They don't care about
it.
it.
They don't want no pushback. And
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna give pushback just because I feel like people be BSing, and I don't like that. Again, we can even reference your father's podcast. I told you I like his podcast. What he was saying, like he was saying, it's probably gonna be hard for them to pull us, meaning like the people that drive trucks off the road. But now we looking, it's like, man, it might be some vehicles that's able to drive themselves. But then you still may need people that's gonna load the trucks up to drive. But then they got robots that can handle that stuff and make pallets, and they're trying to
It's gonna
get us
happen, bro. It's
humans
gonna
up out of
happen,
here.
but it's gonna, yeah.
They got things that make pizzas by themselves and throw them in the oven, and all of this stuff. But again, we need manual labor, so you just got to be being able to work on cars or know how to fix things. You got to be a handyman. You know, most men that I know, they don't really know how to change a tire. They don't know how to
Well, I think
do an
that's
oil change.
it's gonna come down to what do you know? What do you know how to do? If you ain't doing none, what are you doing here?
Yeah, like what's your
Like,
service? You know,
yeah.
because you got to think, if they take sports away, then who are you? You know,
What do you like as
like
an athlete?
Yeah, if you're an athlete, if they tell you there's no practice, there's no games, we're shut.
You're nobody, bro.
Who are you? Because all your life you just been an athlete. Can you read? Can you write? Can you do poems? Can you draw? Can you do a podcast? Like who are you? You have to find these other lights and just, I'm going to the gym and this is what I do. You know, again, we have to become more well-rounded, and I think in order to become more well-rounded, you have to be able to unplug. And so,
Yeah. Or and just more importantly, finding a hustle that you can do other than just like going to work.
or a hustle that's not hustling people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because again, for a while when everybody was broke, how was you hustling people that was broke? Just think about it. What were you flipping?
Yeah.
Some hopes and dreams? And I hate the H word. I don't say it. It's my first time saying it in probably like a year. But don't sell me that H word. That's why I didn't like what Obama ran on. We not running on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't run on that. Like, nah, that sounds
America don't
defeated.
run on hope.
Yeah, that sounds defeated, bro. Let's make it happen. Let's go get these victories. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my perspective. You know, we just got to change the thinking, and words are powerful. You know, it's not saying, oh, I'm gonna do a podcast. It's like, I do podcasts.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't tell people I think I want to do it. You just like,
I didn't tell
hey,
nobody.
Hey, bro, you see what I got? It's like, bro, I'm proud of you. You see what you know, and it's here. So again, words have power. So, you know, I guess I will ask you one question. It's like, what do you think Trump is gonna do after this? Like, do you think he's in here in America?
Like I said, I don't think so. Or if he is, he's not going to be.
Like, when did he leave though? Let's just stay there for a second. Like, if he did leave, when did he leave?
When they censored him?
Or do you think he left when the storming was happening? So it's like all eyes was on the Capitol, and then it's like,
Well, that was kind of like days apart. It was real close apart. So
that's true.
I'm sure wherever he put I don't know.
Like take Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons in Bali. He got up out of here. It was like, you know what? I'm good.
But see, they got money to do that.
When did he leave
Yeah.
though? Did he get on a private flight? It kind of reminds me of Queen and Slim when they were trying to get to that private airplane, and you know it didn't work out. But it's like, I guess that's what people mean when they say they're a flight risk. They got means to get up out of here, not through the regular planes and, you know, United.
But when you got money like that, someone's picking you up.
Pick me up. You know what I'm saying? So again, Russell Simmons got up out of here. So it's like, what if Trump is like really gone right now? He's just like, you know what? I'll let y'all deal with it.
I mean, he didn't want to be president like that anyway.
But that's what I'm saying.
He just done played it. Oh,
and think about it, he signed over his businesses, so he technically can just have his son send him the money for I don't think they can take it. You know what I'm saying? Because his son didn't do nothing wrong. Yeah. They can try to seize the property, but it's not like nobody was sexually assaulted there.
Nah, man. Like you said, he's a smart businessman, bro. Like he done planned all that out already. I think was planning on leaving way before we even realized it.
That's what I'm saying. So
because he already knew, he knows what's gonna happen, man.
Like, how would people feel like if he really left? Like, what do you think people would say if he left? If they knew he excuse me. Man, would it be shocking? Like, what if he just posted a video right now? Like, bro, I ain't even out here right now.
Just his last 4 years is one big joke, man, and just caused hella issues, bro.
Cause we never know when people leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did you know your brother left?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Like, I watched your brother leave and then come back. You know, I seen that.
Oh.
But your brother can be like, man, I'm in Arizona right now. Like, but it's like, oh man, you gone? Like, people don't actually know when people leave. You have to update people.
Yeah.
Now, if you're on social media saying I'm here and I'm there, it's like, oh, okay, you are there. But again, what if the president got up out of here, bro?
He's gone right now.
Those are the stories that I like to hear, because it's like, well, like, remember when they let him out the secret tunnel or whatever? When those people, I guess the black people were outside the White House. Do you remember that?
Yeah, they got him
they
out
were
of
afraid. They were afraid that they were going to storm in, So they led him through a secret tunnel?
That's crazy. They think they were afraid, and then, like, they're letting the white folks in, just ravage shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't make sense.
I just want to know.
It's just a bad look, bro. It's just bad.
It's all optics. Why you think it's bad, though? You think it's bad because of who did it? Or do you think it's bad because of what's going on?
Man, that's a good question. I think it's both.
You got to think, bro. This year you had, black people protesting and people in Sacramento breaking into jewelry shops, and now you got mostly white people, right?
White people storming the Capitol.
White people storming the Capitol. It's like, bro, is America on fire right now? Like,
yeah.
Didn't we have fires this year or last year?
Yeah, man. The whole, like, it was an apocalypse, bro. Like, the sky was orange.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
the world's dying, man.
So think about it. When the pandemic first hit, they said the earth is healing itself.
It did for like 2-3 months. It did.
So are we just back to
it? But it just like,
okay. Here's my question.
It slowed down, but then it picked up like
crazy. Are we
crazy.
back open?
I don't know. Are we? Because here in Atwater, I mean, like, for the most part,
we're still in phase 2. Like, we've dropped back down because the cases are rising. But it's more people on the roads. Gas is going up. But gas was $1.99. I was loving that. Gas is at $2.89 right now.
Yeah. So
what changed? Because
I think people stopped caring.
They got COVID fatigue.
Or like, because I know for like initially, like at work when we had big meetings and like we had all stand apart and we're talking, like I was kind of scared. I'm like, bro, what? And like they were coming out saying like, oh, like 2 million people are about to get this and like, or they're about to die. Like 2 million people are in the U.S. alone.
Oh,
we're gonna die.
I don't know what the death rate is. I had,
but then for me personally, like after a while going out working 12-hour shifts, I didn't take one day off due to COVID, not one day.
Same.
So my perspective is different now. I'm like,
same,
bro. And I think most people who still worked and like, they're like, I'm just going to go and live my life normal and whatever happens.
Because they say you breathing in, what is it, carbon monoxide, from the mask, and that can get people sick. People not getting enough sunlight. The vitamin D and people dying from being anxious and anxiety. It's so much that's wrapped up around this. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Like again.
And I think that, again, that's why people are just like, man, I'm just going to go to work. I'm going to do my thing and just see this through.
Because that's what herd immunity is, though. Like, some people get sick, then we just fight it off, and then we good, And that's why it's like people in Atlanta is like, bro, we just out here living life. Like,
yeah.
We've been in the clubs. I'm pretty sure people got sick.
Yeah, I don't know about going to no club, though. I mean, I wouldn't go to a club before the pandemic.
Yeah, I'm not that type of person. But again, I'm seeing you, obviously. But again, I only stay around like 4 people. Like, well, I shouldn't say that. I am around my coworkers, but it's the same staff. We all do have masks.
It's a smaller herd.
Yeah, but to my knowledge, only one person at my job got sick. It was another person. She had a real bad cough, but her test came back negative. I thought I had it, when it first came out. It lasted like 2 days, but I don't know. Maybe I did survive it.
I might have had it at one point too, but
I don't know.
I'm just the type of person, if I have like a small cold or like, whatever, I'm
thug it out. Thug it out. Yeah.
I've been through worse in my bed, just like, man, before COVID. So
I feel like I had the swine flu in 2009.
Yeah.
And I lost 15 pounds then, nobody probably believed me, but my grandma would tell you, like, yeah, I was giving him Tylenol and Gatorade every 2 hours trying to break that fever. That was 105. I think I got to 105.3 or something like that.
That's like death, bro.
We just had to break it. But it lasted for like 4 days. Like it would fluctuate between 104 like 105. And then finally, like the 3rd or the 5th day, my mom was like, I'm gonna just take you to the doctor, and they gave me these big old orange pills, and I was good.
Yeah.
Next day, I don't know what it was, bro, but I bounced back. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, they got the good shit.
Yeah, man. So again, it's just about staying healthy.
Yeah.
So,
but I appreciate you coming on and sharing your knowledge, man. I've been seeing it on Instagram, just on my lunch breaks and shit. I'll just read your stories.
Do you be laughing? Or what do
sometimes.
you, okay.
Yeah.
What do you?
Because
think
I could tell how. I mean, I know you, so I know
Yeah.
how you talk. So like, I can tell when you're like, I like picture you saying it. You know, so it's
Yeah.
not like dead serious, but I could definitely see how someone would think like, man, this dude is nuts.
If you didn't know me and you seen that, what would you think?
I would probably be stressed out. Like, what's up with like if you really like buying, if you're like reading what you're saying,
Yeah.
either like, man, this dude don't know what he's talking about, or like you really like, because you ask a lot of questions
Right.
within your
My
messages,
story.
so
Yeah.
it's like, if you really sit and think on those questions, you could stress yourself out.
That makes sense. But then you
But
also
it's
can
good.
look
It's
it up
good.
though.
Yeah, that's what
You
I'm
can
saying.
Google
like,
it and be
everything
like,
that you
oh,
say
damn,
is like,
all right.
it's researchable. Like you could
Googleable,
research it.
as they say. Googleable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man,
So.
it's just about asking questions. That's who I am. One thing that changed my life was at Sac City, my philosophy professor was like, this class isn't gonna answer your questions. It's gonna give you more questions. So if you sign up for this class to receive answers, walk out now. And that was the first 2 minutes in his classroom. And when he said that, I was like, life makes sense.
Yeah,
And so that's who I am. I just question everything. So
that's good, man.
yeah, man.
But I'm freaking starving, bro.
Yeah, let's go eat. You know it's time to go eat. I don't appreciate. Well, I'm on here same time as Dalton.
You're good, man. We'll catch you up on the
Yeah,
table.
because
Right?
man, he came another month, and 4 months.
Well, those are the days like if someone flakes on me or like I need somebody real quick, I go wake him up. Yo, just come sit down with me real quick.
All right,
Swear
man.
that's how that works, bro.
Hey, man, congratulations, man. What? It's a plaque up there.
Yeah, man, they've been knowing. I got my degree.
You got what?
My college degree. You know what I'm saying?
Say
Finally.
that. Proud of you, man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate
All
it. Well, this is the Mulberry Podcast, episode 30. We'll see you guys.